in a way, I feel like we insult our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't think that there's certain things that they can handle, you know, when it comes to sports radio. And I find the more engaging you are, whether it be, you know, speaking to things that affect you, you know, because we can all raise money for any charity up here, and we all have, and we've all been a part of the community. But when it comes to certain things where it's like, that doesn't affect me, I don't know if my listeners will want to hear that. You find more times than not that your listeners engage on a different level, even if they disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the diversity part of it is getting more people behind these microphones and behind the scenes, and understanding that there's a blending that's taken place, but the loud minority is shouting down that blending. So, you know, you'll hear, oh my goodness, you got to stick to sports. Like, for instance, 2 weeks ago, I was the afternoon drive host at this station, and new management has come in, and the stick to sports thing was mentioned in a column why the change was made, and that's fine. I mean, I've never veered off. You know, we're sitting there talking about the Bulls, and all of a sudden, like, let me tell you about this Donald Trump. Like, that's never happened. But when sports has been a vehicle to talk about certain things, we've never shied away before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Ray Rice thing, sports was a vehicle to talk about domestic violence. Where we weren't saying, stick to sports. We were having a conversation. I was on Sirius XM talking about domestic violence, and this is what it looks like. And for all the people who read those two words and have never seen it, this is what it looks like. So when we see these protests, or when we see these things happening, it's important for those voices to be mixed up as much as possible, because it's all a learning experience. You're on for 4 hours, man. You can't sit there and talk X's and O's all the time. And I can do that with the best of them, but at the same time, there's something deeper. There's a chord that has to be struck, and I think people like learning more so than they don't like learning.